Hello, I'm Joan Childs, and welcome back to the fourth part of a 10-part series on inner child work. Last video, I gave you the first five steps in the transformational model through original justice work that was created by John Bradshaw and Kip Flood back in 1988 or 89. And of course, I told you I had the good fortune of being able to bring him to South Florida. So today I want to give you the last five steps of the transformational model, just briefly going over the first five again so that it has the continuity. The first one, of course, was to realize the compulsivity, the stuckness. And if you're in any kind of compulsive behavior, whether it be drugs or alcohol or whatever it might be, sex addiction, love addiction, codependency, eating disorders, whatever it is that you can't stop, that is where you have to be able to realize it and say it and own it. And then the next step was to share feelings about the stuckness with a witness, which in my case it would be me or a group or some kind of a therapist that does inner child work. The third one was to be aware of the self-talk, which is what do you say to yourself when you realize you really are stuck, and you start looking at yourself as being culpable or taking responsibility for the stuckness. And the fourth one is that you need to be age regressed to a safe place. And this is where NLP comes in, and where we have to anchor you to a place that was safe. Anytime in your life, anytime in the client's life where they can remember something that they felt good about, where they felt safe. It could be with a grandparent, a friend, a teacher, or just even by themselves with their animal, a dog or a cat. And when you anchor them, and the anchor is kinesthetic, that means I anchor them like having you hold your thumb to your index finger so that you go back to that place and you have a kinesthetic anchor so that when I take you through the inner child work, you're not feeling threatened, that you're going to be overwhelmed with the feelings that might come up. And then the fifth one is to realize the abuse with a safe person or witness. Like I said, that's being able to really recognize what happened to you, because this is not about you. This is really about what happened to you. So moving on now to the sixth step is to nurture the inner child and to reparent it. That's the whole goal, basically, is that what you didn't get, what you were denied in your childhood, you have to learn to be able to reparent that wounded child yourself, because really you are the only one that can do it. And of course it takes the help of a therapist to get you through this. There's nobody that can do this alone. They either do this in a treatment center that deals with inner child work, or with a private clinician who is really a good practitioner in inner child work. And this is what I have been noted for since 1989, when I brought John Bradshaw to South Florida. So it's been the same work I've been doing since 1989, and I find that it really is the most powerful and the most magical and the most impressive kind of modality that I have ever used. And it's inclusive of other modalities. And as time goes on, I've added more to it. But this one is the original one that I'm talking about now. So nurturing the inner child and reparenting it, you have to be the parent that they needed that they didn't have. And as an adult, you won't know because you've never had a parent to model. So the therapist will help you provide what it is the child needs by giving you words or sentences that you would repeat to yourself and not necessarily out loud. The seventh one is the empowerment through deepening the feelings of the original pain. So if you get into the feelings, they have to be deepened. They have to really be as if it was happening. But when you're in a safe place, as you've been anchored, it's not as scary as it originally was. However, you will feel it. And sometimes you will have a reaction to it. But you're in a safe place with a therapist that knows how to handle and take care of you in a way that you needed but never had, to show you how it is to be a good parent. And then the eighth one is challenging the shame voice for just resolutions. So if you had a mother or a father that abused you, or neglected you or abandoned you, you let them know. You can do this out loud, or you can do it inside your head in sort of an altered state, in a sort of a slight hypnotic state. And you're able to say the things to her or him, father or mother, that you were never able to say when you were so young and so naive and so impressionable and innocent and unable to protect yourself. You know the words now, so you would hear yourself saying, what you did was wrong and I'm angry about it. It was bad parenting. You didn't know what you were doing and you hurt me and you caused me to have problems all my life, and I'm angry about that. And I'm giving you back the shame that you perpetrated upon me. It doesn't belong to me. It's yours. And I'm giving it back to you. And it really is expressed deeply. And the therapist kind of, encourages it to go louder and deeper and say it again and again and again. Even if the person really shouts it out, that's good. And then the 9th is shame reduction by countering carried self-constructs. And what that means, carried self-constructs, is what the internal voice says that your parent gave you, the injunction they said to you, that shame on you, or you're a bad person, or you're never going to be able to have anything happen good in your life, you're stupid, you're dumb. All those self-contracts that you have internalized get thrown out in the 9th step. And then the last is the boundary maintenance and awakening to the calling. Who are you really? And how can you become the person that you were meant to be? Because all those possibilities were taken away from you when you have the wounds of childhood that's dragged in unwittingly and unconsciously to your adult life. So that is the 10th step. Now you've got all 10. Tune in to the next video, video 5, and we'll continue with more of the work of the inner child. And thank you for watching. Bye.